Am I the a-hole for planning on kicking out my sister's family for playing with my daughter's toys? I'm a single mom to Emmy 6F. Emmy is my only child. She's been sick since she was 2, and if I'm going to be honest, she likely won't make it to 10. Her dad left us when she got sick. Emmy spends 1 week in the hospital, then a week at home. Because of this, the last time I was able to send her to school was 2 years ago, when we were able to do per school 3 hours a day, 2 days a week, and they still wore masks. Now the only time she's around other kids is when she's in the hospital. Emmy hates sharing her toys, so I try not to make her do it. Usually when we see her cousins, I'll buy something like a big pack of chalk and a gallon of bubbles and I'll tell her it's for everybody, but that's the only time she'll share. My sister and her 2 daughters, 5 and 7, are living with us temporarily. It's been difficult for everyone. At first, I switched rooms with Emmy, and we put all 3 girls in the master. But Emmy hated sharing rooms and said the girls were always touching her stuff. So we switched back and I put the girls in the spare room with their mom. My sister was complaining that the room was too crowded, so she's staying on a cot in my office. But apparently that's also uncomfortable, so she wants the girls to share again. My sister does not pay any rent. Her husband sends $500 a month to help pay for their groceries, and she helps with Emmy while I'm working. My job is pretty flexible, so I'm able to watch her while I work. They've also been complaining that I take Emmy on day or weekend trips without them. Emmy just spent the week in the hospital, and we came home on Saturday. My niece's beds were moved into Emmy's room, and her toys were everywhere. I confronted my sister and she said, Emmy isn't using her room or her toys half the time, and that little girls should be sharing with each other. I told her that Emmy has already made it clear that she does not want to share her room or her toys, and that her room needs to be the way we left it by the end of the day. She says I'm being unfair, so I snapped at her that I will be prioritizing my kid over her ungrateful self and her kids, and that if she can't get over my kid not sharing, she needs to find somewhere else to live. They did fix Emmy's room, but they haven't been talking to us. At this point, I'm thinking about kicking them out anyways. Am I the a-hole for telling her she needs to get over my kid not sharing or move out?
Here are the top comments, plus OP's reply.
Not the a-hole. They're not talking to you? Really? In your house that they're living in rent-free? The cheek. Kick them out. Also, I'm very sorry that your daughter is so unwell.
Thank you. I've had a lot of time to cope, so now I'm just trying to make sure I can give her the best life possible. I'm very lucky that, even though her dad doesn't want to be involved, he is sending a little over double the required child support so I can spoil her and be available for her.
Not the a-hole. You made it clear to your sister that your daughter has boundaries, and good on you for sticking to them. And she still disrespected them while she was in the hospital, no less. The only thing that I can think would make you the a-hole here is your sister's children. Why do they live apart from their father? Is he and your sister on a break since you referred to him as her husband still? Regardless, kicking out your adult sister would be one thing, but if that further uproots her daughters, I would say you're a bit of an a-hole.
They're dealing with an issue with her stepson, and he can't be around the girls at the moment. If my sister has to go, her girls do too. I don't have the time to get them to school before work, pick them up in the afternoons, keep up with their activities, and I don't know what I would do with them every other week when Emmy is in the hospital.
Not the a-hole. This living arrangement is clearly not working. Give your sister official notice that she needs to find other accommodation as soon as possible.